You guys shocked me to the core. I recently spoke with creators, a few that I work with and a few like other creators. I was surprised that no one does stuff with their money. What surprised me even more is that they don't even have anything put aside. So whatever they make as creators, mind you, it's a very, very random process, by the way, because with regular salary, for example, you get paid every month. As a creator, your salary, your money, your income is very random. Basically, you can have money come in today and then in 2 days, after that in 3 weeks. And we started talking obviously about money. I talked about things that I do with like investing and putting aside something every month or from every job, and people were just literally like staring at me, asking me, "What is that? Where do you do it?" I was very much surprised. I probably cannot even put it into words, but I cannot put it into words now. A year ago, I was exactly the same and I did exactly same things. And since last year, my financial situation and the skill of managing money has improved drastically. So I thought I would do this video and share what exactly I do, where I keep the money, how do I invest, where do I invest, to just spread a word. But a quick disclaimer, I am by no means a financial advisor and I'm telling you what to do with your money, where to invest them, what to buy, how to buy. Anything I say or Mike will say, this is purely advice. For those who don't know me, I'm Irina. I'm a personal brand mentor and a content creator. My journey started way before I moved to London and started helping creators with photo and video content, which then turned into personal brand mentoring. Before that, I worked as a social media manager, marketing executive, so I have quite extensive experience in digital marketing. So as I mentioned previously, a year ago, I was still working as a marketing executive for a company, and I was already doing content creation shoots. Content creation shoots started as a side hustle. I started working with one influencer, helping her to create content, photo, video online, outside. Basically, it was for fashion niche, then beauty, lifestyle creators. So I've worked with everybody, experts as well, businesses. And I was combining those two at the time. I had my first consultation, so I was adding new services. It was last spring, basically, as I said, 1 year ago. I was already self employed as well. And when I had those 3 different income streams, I realized that I get lost in all of this. So I figured I need to take this seriously and start thinking, what am I doing with my money? Where I'm keeping them, because it was a mess. What helped me, number one, is mindset. So I started with my mindset. I didn't go like directly into money and what to do with them. I thought, what do I need to do, in my head in order to make it a habit, managing money, not just watch a video about it once and then forget it. Because it also was quite hard. I had to learn about taxes. I had to understand what am I doing with like all this, all these different income streams, where I'm keeping the money. How do I automate it as much as possible so I don't waste time doing all this? There was a lot of different questions. Number two, this is where we move on to dealing with money specifically and how to manage money. When my mindset started shifting towards I have to control my money, I have to know what's going on, like predict where it's going. When you're self-employed, you will have to think about like advertising, you'll have to spend on advertising, you will have to make up your own price. Basically, you will have to tell people like how much something costs and include in that cost everything. Basically, if you didn't know, even the free content that you create online on Instagram, for experts that applies especially, you include the price per hour that you've done creating that content. And usually experts that you see online, whether it's a psychologist or anything else, anybody who provides services, education like English teachers, let's say, should charge. When they charge you for class, they charge you for the free content. I don't know, by the way, if it's done in like English speaking area, because I usually refer to, a few societies, let's call it, in social media, English speaking and Russian speaking, because I come from that one and I work in this one, so they kind of, in my head, they're like correlated. And in Russian speaking social media business, everybody who sells anything online, they do charge for free stuff that they create. This is where I started thinking that I need to put money aside. I cannot just spend everything, spend whatever I haven't spent from the salary. I have to be very, very rational with what is coming, where it's going. I decided that I need to put money aside somewhere else. I created a pot at first, so you can create pots in Monzo. I did create one, then I created separate ones. But at the time, I think even now in regular account, not business account, you have to do it all manually. It doesn't do it for you. I tried to waste, to spend time to sit down, and especially as a creator, you get like £100, let's say, and you sit down and you need to separate, calculate how much you're going to separate in this pot, in this pot, in this pot, because I had rent, I had food, clothes, so I tried to go like very random. I created very random and very tiny pots for like clothes. I had to sit down and put the money manually into that pot. That never happened. That happened like once. That happened once. I didn't do it anymore. And then when Mike introduced me to investing, I thought I'm gonna move everything, like in a big chunk, to Trading 212. You will hear about this app later on. No, I think before that, yeah, so because I wasn't separating money into all those different pots, I started collecting it into just one, pretty much. And step by step, it turned into like a good amount of money. So I thought I need to put it somewhere else, because I know that there is some stuff where like you invest and then there is AER, I guess, that percentage, that you get per year. So I thought I need to do something like that, as like people do, because I heard a lot of English speaking people doing it in London. In my community, in like Russian speaking community, not so much. So I thought, yeah, I need to do something like that. And then I asked Mike, and he said that he does it in like these apps. So I downloaded Trading 212. I will leave the link below in case you want to just get familiar with it or download and do it yourself. I moved that chunk of money there. Okay, it was separated, it was there, but it was like all together. Everything I haven't spent was there, because I didn't feel like separating it into small ones, And also I had this habit of like making it bigger and bigger and transfer there more and more. So I would spend less and transfer there more. So it was like kind of like a little bit of a game. But then I would have to take something for rent, for unexpected expenses and things like that. It would make me sad that I had to take something of that like very nice big chunk of money. It was tax money, rent, yeah, travel, everything. It was all together. I will probably never stop laughing at this. This is not the best idea, in my opinion, to just keep everything in one place. Then after, let's go number 3. Number 3 was when I started listening to Mike as well about stocks and shares ISA. He'll talk about it later. And step by step, little by little, I started investing. I invested, I think, £100, and after a year, I didn't do much all this year. I didn't really invest that much. I only had like £100 in there, but it did really well because Google did well, and I bought Google back then. So yeah, stocks and shares was another thing. It's also in Trading 212. It's the same app. I basically don't keep anything on my bank account. I have nothing there. Well, not really. I try to have something in Trading 212. Something is invested. Something is in cash ISA. Something is in bank account. I've kind of like, I think now figured out the system that I like. I do recommend getting into investing in stocks and shares. Now that I understand something, again, this is just purely from my experience. This is just, this is no advice, like official financial advice. As I said, I'm just sharing what I've done and how it worked for me. I still work on my habit to invest at least something every month, but I do think I'm getting better at it, definitely. And it helps that Mike does it as well. So we talk about it. I ask I ask questions. We talk about what is doing well right now, what is not doing well right now. It's very good to find that community, or at least one person who is interested in it, because this is how he started. He'll tell you later. He started it because of his friend as well. This video is kind of that story. It's me to be that friend for you, and you to get into investing. I will just mention before we go to Mike's story and his experience. I will say that after I had this chunk of money, I realized that I still need those pots, but I really, really don't want to be sitting and separating everything. So if you have, because I know that some people don't really know about pots. All banks now have pots. It doesn't matter what bank account you have. It can have different names, but it's pretty much the same idea. You can create a pot and you can separate the money. So in my business account, I have created several pots. I think I have limited amount. I have only 3 or something. Bills, the ads, the investing. It's all automated now. For a business account, at least my business account, it's automated and it does it for you. It will separate the money into all those things as soon as you receive the money, separates it. And I don't have to do anything. I just check the pots, and whatever is left there. This is what I did as soon as I've opened the business account. Tax pot, and it separates it instantly. And I don't have to think, where is the tax money? What's going to happen at the end of the year? Where are they going to be? It's all separate. On Trading 212, I have now only those money that are invested in stocks, shares, or cash ISA. So I'm not doing this thing where it's one big chunk of money and I keep everything in there. It is all divided, and I feel so much better when it's like that. It's very convenient as well. I do recommend it. You just have to do it. At least do the pods if you're not doing the pods. So yeah, in business account, I love this feature where it separates everything automatically. I just check the pods. How much do I have, for taxes, for this, for that? This is ideal. Now let's hear Mike's story and his experience with investing. When you realized that you need to do something with your money?
I learned that quite early on. I can't remember. It was very early. I had it all my money, all my savings into I thought at the time like a high interest savings account.
In
It
bank?
was like in a bank basically. It was only like 3%, and it was kind of pointless having that. That was when I first started investing. This was probably 2014, 15.
And you use which apps for that?
Oh, I just used my bank.
No, before, yeah, you used your bank before, but when you started investing, which apps you started using?
The bank app.
Oh, inside the bank app?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but this wasn't, I'm talking about just, using my money to make money essentially. It's not a lot amount of money. But yeah, that was when I first started wanting to start saving my money and allowing it to incur interest. At the very start, I'm not talking about like investing in like stocks or anything like that.
And when was that?
So around about 2017, my friend Ben, as you know him, he came to me with a proposition about investing. Well, he said investing at the time, but it was not investing. It was crypto. So that was a lot of fun until it wasn't. Good times, lots of fun. Learned some lessons, and then he had a great idea of because he got burned as well. I'm sure many people did. Got burned doing crypto, made some money, lost some money, and then he was a couple, after the crypto winter, as they say, the first sort of when it ran up to 20k for Bitcoin, he then said, "How about investing in stocks?" And so I slowly pivoted away from crypto into stocks and shares.
So you've been doing it basically for 10 years.
About 2019, 2020, just at the end, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So not 6 years.
Do you have any crypto left?
Sometimes I jump in and out, but no, not currently, not anymore.
Okay, and which apps are you using now?
Trading 212 and Hargreaves Lansdown HL.
Okay, and you introduced me to Cash ISA and Stocks and Shares ISA.
Yep.
So I realized, well, I talked to my creators and I realized that no one knows about this.
Trading 212, really?
Stocks, like ISA in general, not many people know about ISA. This surprised me now, but basically a year ago I was like them, and you introduced me to all of this. Remember when we were trying to open the account with Hungary's nose down and something didn't work? So I do not suggest this one, and you won't find the link in this video underneath, just because I don't use it. I don't know if you have the link we can share.
What, Trading 212?
No, the...
Oh, Hargreaves Lansdown?
Yeah.
I don't think they do like referral, to be honest. They're quite...
They're a
It's
bit
quite
cooler.
an old school. Yeah, they're quite old school.
Yeah, they're a bit like
above all
fancy.
that stuff. So
Okay, but Trading 212, yeah, I will leave the link below. Because you've been doing it for many years. Do you see the result? Because many people, again, might think, oh, it takes a long time, like, why would I? You know, you don't see the worth of it because you don't see instant results. But everybody on the other side is talking about investing all the time. And they tell you, like I tell people that, oh, they need to do this, especially creators. You need to have your money somewhere.
yeah, you do.
Do you see the result?
I do, yeah. But my strategy is I can take the risk and I'm willing to accept the risk. So it has worked out well, I'd say. Have I beaten the market? I'm not sure. Haven't actually checked how much the I don't know, the stock market's up. The overall, like the S&P 500, for example, is up over that time.
Have you made money?
Oh yeah. I've made money, but have I beaten the market? I don't know. Probably not.
What's the point? Like, why would you care if you beaten the market? How important is that?
No,
I wouldn't care if I made money.
Yes, I made money. Yes, I have made money. Yeah.
So can you give us the percentage, like how much you've made, considering you said since 2019? Yeah, like, was it worth it? First of all, my question is.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's better than having your money in just a savings account generating 3% interest a year. If you shall.
So you've mentioned that you have taken risk.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about this, like, non-risky part of it and risky part of it.
Oh, yeah. With any investment, there's risk involved.
Around.
And with any investment, there's risk involved. Everyone knows this. Some people don't. I accept that risk, and I can take more riskier bets. Basically, I can spread my bets like a little bit gambling, with my investments. Not really,
What do you call risky and what do you not call risky? Like, what would you say people shouldn't do, for example, when they invest?
Companies that are first starting out, like IPOs, stuff like that, they're quite risky, considered risky.
Okay, then tell me...
Low market cap ones, not, Microsofts and Apples.
If someone is going to download the app, right? Because I'm going to leave the link underneath the video. What should they invest into?
I think, obviously, we're not financial advisors. I think people say that a lot.
There's going to be a disclaimer.
Yeah, but everyone recommends just you to buy the stock market, the S&P, one of those ETFs. Everyone recommends that, and that's probably would be a good choice for anyone starting out. The Vanguard S&P. If you think America's going to do well, then buy that one. If you think you can buy the all world one,
oh, you can just the two S&Ps.
Yeah,
I think
put as much money in that as you want.
I think I'd also say Google and Microsoft, like the big companies, the classics, right?
Or just stick to the big companies. Yeah, they're going to be around. Well, yeah, you can buy the blue chip stocks, is what everyone recommends. The Apple, Google, Microsofts. The Netflix, the FANG, Nvidia. They're probably going to be around for a very long time and will continue making shitloads of money. So, yeah, if you don't want to buy the ETFs, then yeah, go with one of those. But that doesn't mean you're going to, for the short term, it doesn't mean it's going to be, you're going to make a shitload of money. You could even obviously lose money. So just be careful. There you go.
Yeah, but you can start with a little bit, right? We're not talking
Yeah, you can start with, you can invest in with trading
as
2
little as
2s
possible.
allows you to fractional shares, so you can put in as much as you want. Only put in as much as you're willing to lose, don't forget.
And we're talking about stocks, well, stocks and shares ISA, cash ISA. Well, cash ISA is going to be a little bit, if you want a safer choice, right? It's going to be cash ISA. And if you want a risky one, then you can do stocks and shares.
That's correct, yeah.
I try to make myself do something every month and invest a little bit into stocks and shares, even a tiny bit, like as little as like £10, whatever I can, throw in there.
Yep.
I just make myself do it.
It's a good habit.
You know what? I wanted you to mention the other ISAs that you have, like the lifetime ISA, because this is a completely weird thing for us.
You
I'm
don't
pretty
think you're
sure.
eligible for that. I think you have to be a UK citizen. Don't know, maybe.
I'm pretty sure that even those who are UK citizens don't know about it. So
Yeah, the LISA is it's a saving. It allows you to invest. It's just a normal stocks and shares ISA-ish, but there's Jesus Christ. But I don't know why can't you put me on the spot? Google it. It's basically it acts the same as another ISA, but obviously whatever you put in, the government gives you 25% back. Obviously you got to see if you're eligible for it, but the government will give you 25% of whatever you put in, I believe. So if you put in 1,000, the government gives you 250 in cash, and you can spend that on whatever the hell you want. Of course.
the rule.
Yeah, there's a bunch of do's and you can't do's with that. You can't just take the money out. It's kind of locked away, and the government will want their money back if you decide to do. It's more of first-time buyers. It's for them that you can use it for, and you can check the details in the
It's for a
link.
deposit, right? For the house.
For a deposit for a house, you can use it for
Retirement?
retirement as well, I believe. But yeah, you can check the description for the full details on the LISA that she would
Maybe
include.
not. But basically, yeah, you put one sum and then government has 25%. It's all locked away. You will not be able to take out those money
Yeah.
up until you are 50.
Old as fuck.
Like,
Old and dead.
basically, when you're not gonna need those money.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Probably. I think also when you're 45 and you buy your house, right? After 40, and you want
First time buyers only.
yeah, after you like some age and
Yeah.
you want to buy a house, so that money will qualify
Yep.
as your like deposit money. That's also a cool thing. Do we know anything like that? I think these are three main ones.
Yeah.
The ISAs. I didn't know those even when I arrived here, like up until last year. So it's been 3 years. And then he told me about all this. And since then, I regret all the money that I made back in America, for example, all those thousands of dollars that I didn't know about this. Because every night I imagine how much I would have
Yes, me too.
if I did.
If I'd have known it back in the day.
No, but this was pretty obvious, but I wasn't trying to check. And
It's not
I
like
was really young.
global. I'm sure each country has their own sort of thing, by the
What?
way. You can't go to, it's not global. No one else has the ISA, I don't think.
What do you mean? It's not everywhere else?
No.
What, cash ISA?
I don't know, it just does what we do. It's how we do it. I think ISA is just for us.
Only in the UK?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a global thing. They don't have ISAs in America. They have something different. And it's different rules and different things.
But it's probably the same idea.
Probably, but I don't think it's a tax wrapper. I'm not sure how it works in other countries. Only over here, but no, it's only for us. I'm sure other countries have their own thing, so it might not apply to you if you're in a different country, because she didn't know that. I do. Of course.
4 years in, and I'm still a bit
Financial
confused.
rules and regulations are different in each country, Bebs.
I know, but I thought they have something like ISA thing.
They probably have some sort of equivalent tax wrapper, maybe, I don't know. I can neither confirm that, Not a financial advisor.
So my point is with this video is basically to give knowledge about all these different ways to save money, make money, right? And not to keep your money only in your bank account. Thank you, Michael. Very informative. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Thanks, bye. Go away. Go away.
I'm the star of the show.
Are you gonna sit here?
You can get it to crop and pan on you. You got editing skills, right? You can zoom it in on you, and I can just chill
No.
here. I'm waiting for the TV so I can watch my TV show.